Okay, so here's the exhaust sound. Really healthy sounding. We're going to go for a quick drive here. Okay, so a couple things here. Sitting here at idle, that red light is actually the brake light. Everything works on this car, even the little stuff like that light that tells you the parking brake's on. Okay, so we're idling about 750. You can hear it's kind of lopey sounding, really healthy. It's a 326 high output. This car's got 5,800 miles since it was restored. It was fully disassembled, and the attention to detail is just amazing. It was completely taken apart. The paint on the interior like this is just as nice as the paint on the outside. There's no overspray or anything anywhere. You could see every fastener was installed after the paint job. This gauge cluster is out of a GTO. So it's got the rally gauges. That's my idle settings. You can see I got 30 pounds of oil pressure at idle, and then at off idle it's really strong. So let's see if we can take this thing for a drive. Oh, that's third gear. Sorry about that. Okay. This thing's got big stabilizer bars front and back out of a GTO, and it rides and handles surprisingly modern for a 1965 car. It doesn't lean a lot in the turns, just really pleasant. It's not floaty. It actually settles down right after a bump. It's really, really cool. Okay, so that's fourth gear. We're going about 50 right now behind this truck. That's fifth gear, and when you drop it into fifth, it's nice and quiet and cruises easy down the road. Just really a fun car to drive. It gets good fuel economy. It's just neat. It's a car you could use for driving instead of just you could take it on a trip or do weekend errands with it. Another thing I wanted to mention is it doesn't have air conditioning, but it's got a ton of ventilation. That chrome switch you can see there is it powers down the back window. And if you put the windows down or open the floor vents and then crack open that back window, you get a ton of flow-through ventilation. Okay, let's get on it a little bit now. Okay, so we just went up to about 65 in that little burst. I'm going to hang on for one more second because there's a bump coming up. I want you to see how the car negotiates that. It's a railroad crossing actually. You're going to see we're just going to go right through. Real calm, no floatiness or anything like that. Okay, thanks for your interest.